We'll be back from the short commercial break, and we are still on the Youth Business Lounge, where we discuss youth and business. We run every 10 a.m. Saturday. Please don't miss us. Back to the topic of today. We are still discussing health as a priority for an entrepreneur. So, off air, we were discussing balancing the the healthy work-life balance.
True.
And we realized that there are people who don't eat because they're working, people who don't sleep because they're working. What are the consequences of sleep deprivation, of not eating, and how can entrepreneurs improve their lives, like improve their sleep quality, sleeping, maybe getting ample time to sleep? How can they ensure that they have regular meals? Because you find that someone may even want to eat, but because maybe they have they're pitching, they have to chase after capital, they have to put all these things out there, they don't really have that time. How best do you think that they can ensure that they have regular meals, they sleep always, they shower always? They're actual entrepreneurs who don't shower.
Really?
Okay, that was a joke. But the people who are not living life regularly, they're not having healthy practices because they are busy.
True.
So how best should they follow up for them to ensure that they have this healthy work-life balance?
Okay, well, wow. So some of the consequences of sleep deprivation, as we said, we normally sleep at night.
Yeah.
So if you reduce on the number of hours that you sleep, trust me, you're not doing the service to your body. So the consequences of sleep deprivation include burnout. You can't function anymore, trust me. It's the cause isn't far. It's sleep deprivation. So you just need to look at the what you're not doing right in terms of are you sleeping for a few hours? Are you irregularly having sleep? I would say
insomnia.
No, it's mainly irregular times at which you sleep. So you have to look into also that. There is also a substance abuse. Is it the one that's causing the sleep deprivation? So you have to look at all those various factors and see what's really causing it, and then look for a solution to it. Yes. So another consequence of sleep deprivation is, we are looking at entrepreneurs, and we want them to be efficient and effective at their workplaces. We want their businesses to succeed. Okay, so sleep deprivation, trust me, normally doesn't it affects the cognitive function of the person, the entrepreneur. Cognitive, the function, the way they function, the way they function and everything. So in a way, the cognitive function is, remember, is very key in our problem solving and also decision making as an entrepreneur. So if you deprive yourself of sleep, trust me, decision making will be bad. You won't be able to solve the normal challenges at work as an entrepreneur. So there are various factors. Factors that come with sleep deprivation, and how best can we manage them? I feel like still
setting alarms. Could someone maybe set an alarm?
Yes, it can work. Also, trying your level best to have a rhythm, a sleep rhythm that your body gets used to. If you know that you sleep at 7, there is no need of you again sleeping at 10. So have that constant rhythm of sleep. You know yourself, you sleep at 8 and you have to wake up by 4. So practice that, continue practicing that until your body gets used to that, and then yeah, you'll be okay.
So basically, early to bed, early to rise.
There are those people who normally go early to bed, early to rise. There are also those who like to go to
Late
bed.
to bed and early to rise.
Yeah, so your body has to get used to the rhythm. Trust me.
Okay.
It's mainly about the rhythm.
Okay. And how about the eating patterns?
Also, the eating, as you know, we talked about the various causes of sleep deprivation. Nutrition was one of them. So you have to look into the balanced diet. Have some bits of roughages, the vegetables.
What are roughages?
Roughages.
What are proteins? You might find that someone is watching and they don't know what proteins are healthy and what are not healthy. And okay, let's just do it in a way that maybe someone is having a plate.
Okay.
What should be on their plate? And before that, before we even talk about having a balanced diet, at what time should they eat? How should they eat? Like, what should they do to ensure that maybe they are able to remember that at this time I'm supposed to have a meal? Should they timetable? Should they set alarms, reminders? Like, tell us what practical things should an entrepreneur put in place to ensure that they balance their work and life?
Okay.
Yes.
On a normal day, as a person.
Yes,
like,
as
for
a
example,
person.
You normally have breakfast. You have a break. There is also lunch. There is also supper. So most of the times, it's better. Every person has his own, or even her own way of feeding. So the bodies, we have different bodies which are used to different timings of food. So you just need to maintain that constant rhythm. In case you're used to having breakfast at 7, your body is already used at having breakfast at 7. So just have it. If there is a way you can have the alarm, friends that can remind you, your family members that can remind you, it's better that way. But just maintain that constant rhythm. Having breakfast at 7, break at something like 10 now. There is also what I hear about the brunch has also come into play.
The brunch? Okay.
In between lunch and break. So if your body is used to that, then also you can incorporate that into. But what we don't advise most of the entrepreneurs to do is feeding on junk.
Okay.
So,
but junk is what comes first. It's what is available real quick. Because, okay, maybe let's say that this entrepreneur is making some money and they can afford whole food, like a whole meal.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, but you can find that this entrepreneur is struggling. They're still in those stages of looking for capital.
Yeah, true.
They, by all means, will have to survive on a Rolex. Yeah, so
if you're talking about those kinds of entrepreneurs who are just starting up, who are still struggling with the
finances,
yes, I could say try to find, but still there is no way I can advocate for junk, because I know there are different kinds of prices for food. There is that high-priced food at Serena. There is that middle income food downtown. So you try to find your level way, your level, but still maintain that nutritious kind of.
Looking at someone's plate. Looking at the diet you're saying, because a person may not practically understand what are proteins, what are roughages. Like if, for example, it's my lunch, my plate, what should it have?
So for proteins, what we normally refer to as proteins, we have the lean meat, we have the fish, we have groundnuts.
I thought, what is lean meat?
That meat, non-trade, it's non-trade. It's non-trade because, okay, we don't advise.
Those are white stuff.
Okay. We don't, there is red meat and also lean meat. Red meat, we don't usually advise it. If it's taken,
beef?
That's beef.
Okay.
That's got mutton, kind of, red meat.
Then
So
the lean meat is the other meat.
the other meat.
Okay, I get
And
you
that's
now.
what we recommend
Okay.
most of the young entrepreneurs to get accustomed to the lean meat. Then also the fats, we have the omega-3 fats, fatty acids. They're normally in fish. So if they can afford fish.
Yeah, fish is expensive. Anyway, so apart fish, then the roughages.
For roughages, we have the vegetables, the cabbages, the spinach, the lettuce, the
Skuma wiki.
We have the buga, kind of. Buga, it's normally locally referred to as buga, and also nakati. Yes, those they fall under roughages. Then for the carbohydrates, we have enough in our country. The cassava, the sweet potatoes, the Irish, the rice. So trust me, there is nothing that you can fail to get. That's within your means.
Okay.
Your financial.
Okay, fine. So you're basically saying someone should go for what they can afford.
Yeah, they should always go for what they can
afford.
Yes.
Well, my personal advice is that if you feel like, for example, your workplace is within town and everything around is expensive, then I think you should go for, maybe you should come when you've packed your food.
Yeah, something
of that sort. Okay, not necessarily cooked food, but you could come, maybe you have your fruits intact, your cooked maize intact. I think at least for the breakfast it should.
True.
But away from that, many entrepreneurs deal with high stress levels.
Yeah, true.
Because if, for example, you've employed people, they're all waiting on you.
True.
You have to give the final answer.
True.
So you carry a lot of stress. What are some effective stress management practices that you would advise young entrepreneurs to carry on?
Okay. Wow. That's quite interesting. That's a good question. Well, the number of stress relieving techniques that we know of. One of them is aerobics. Now, most of the Rotaract clubs that I know of have sessions.
Are you a Rotarian or a Rotaractor?
I'm planning to join.
You're planning?
Yeah.
I'm a Rotaractor. I belong to Rotaract, Kampala East. Anyway, going ahead with aerobics.
Aerobics is one of them. Joining gyms, they can go.
But gym membership is so expensive.
There are also those gym facilities that are way quite cheap, that can be afforded by the 2 hours.
Ranging in what price? In what price? Like, what are the price ranges?
I'm not so sure about them, but for me, the facility that I go to is affordable.
For you?
Yeah, for me.
Okay.
And I believe most of the entrepreneurs can at least afford.
Okay.
So
aerobics,
gym work, there is also yoga, meditation is something that you can do yourself. Sit back in a quiet room, relax, don't think, just be there. It's one of the best techniques of relieving stress that I know of. It has worked for me, it has worked for my colleagues that I know of.
Okay.
It's something that you can employ by yourself without even spending any penny.
Okay.
So your meditation is one of them. Talking to friends, workplaces have employees, colleagues. So talk to them, find that one person that you know of that you can really confide in. Release that stress off. Talk to them and see. You never know, through that stress, through talking, is through where you can always get that help, that help about something that has really been challenging you. So talk to the friends, talk to the family members, religious people. Trust me, They're the easiest to combine.
Religious people. Okay.
Religious leaders at in our areas of residence.
Yeah.
They are also very.
Actually, their arms are always open.
Yeah, very open. So we can use them to help us relieve the stress, and also seek mentorship. I believe most of the mentors are there to help us. So if you have the right mentor, trust me, there is no way you can be okay. We always get through those stress issues, but if you have the right mentor, trust me, you can always find solution to the things that are causing the stress. So mentorship is one of them. Also, we are a generation that is exposed to very many opportunities digitally. So you can always, if you have something, go into the digital solutions. There are health apps available now currently. There is one that I use. So dig into the digital solutions. They can always be of help. Look for videos that can relax you, that can music is one of them. Gospel songs, or even whatever genre that you enjoy, as long as it relieves stress, it can be of help to you. Yeah.
What is your best favorite gospel song?
Wow, there are a number of gospel songs that I normally
Just give us one and we get to the next
one
thing.
One of them is
just one.
One is Glorious Roads.
Glorious Roads
by Hillsong.
Hillsong.
Yes.
Okay. So you've talked about aerobics, you've talked about mentorship, you've talked about all these things. But the life of an entrepreneur is a rough one with the hustle and bustle.
Yeah, sure.
How are they going to fit these stress management activities into their long schedules? Because maybe, for example, this is needed, then where are you going to get the time to sit and do yoga? All the time to go and do aerobics. You get my point? For example, it's a Monday. How is someone able to handle this stress within that day, like within that time that they want this and that, they need this and that, you have to go here? What are those things within your day? Because aerobics will need you to leave your workplace and do other things. Yoga will need you to do this. Gym is another thing. Visiting religious leaders. And again, meeting your mentorship, someone who you respect so much. You have to put time aside for them. Within that day, how can someone handle stress? Just a few, like 4. You're seated on your desk and you're handling your stress.
Yeah, true. So one of them is, like I said, meditation.
Can someone meditate when?
That's why we say it's very important for the work, for the entrepreneur to always have short bursts of work.
Short
Periods of work, then relax. Like you do something for like 30 minutes.
There should be break times. Breaks off, okay.
Breaks off. They are very important. They play a part in releasing stress. They make you resilient at work. So short bursts of work are very essential. Then breaks, something like that can help. Then employees.
The ones you can talk to.
Yeah, the ones that you can talk to.
Okay.
Say something to them and see.
Okay.
It's one of the most important things that you can. Nobody's an island, so you constantly talk to them and see whether you can get solutions. But trust me, it works when you talk to someone. When you confide in someone, tell them all your problems.
Okay.
So it's one of them that I can think of. Then also, there are those, just sit down, maybe say a prayer, and then,
be well
continue
with your day.
Yeah, true.
Okay. How can regular exercise regular exercise, not these things of, you know, there are people who write at the end of the year, we go for their prayers, and then people write a long to-do list, all a long list of things that they should, like the goals they should achieve that year, all to-do lists. And then one of them will be like, I'll be jogging every morning. But then somehow they fail. How can someone fit regular exercise? If you said, maybe I'm going to jog every morning, or I'm going to jog every Saturday, how can someone fit regular exercise into their busy schedule as an entrepreneur?
Everyone has 24 hours in a day. Trust me. You have that particular period of time. You just need only 30 minutes. Trust me.
Out of the 24 hours?
30 minutes. 30 minutes are just enough for you to do something. Jogging, swimming, doing something physical.
Okay.
Just need only 30 minutes. So I don't believe in that notion that
someone is too busy.
It's too busy. 30 minutes are just enough for you to do something with yourself. As long as you do it consistently, but 30 minutes
are enough. Okay.
Enough.
Okay. Are there, for young entrepreneurs, now we're talking of people maybe very far away from town, from Kampala, very far away from the cities in the country. For young entrepreneurs who may not have easy access to healthcare, what are some general health guidelines they should be aware of and follow?
Okay.
Yeah, general health guidelines.
Physical exercises is one of them. They should maintain that. Balanced diet is very key. Thirdly, they should regularly visit the healthcare providers. For us, the dental department, we usually recommend like in this case, the youths, the entrepreneurs, to come at least twice in a year for regular dental visits, checkups, so that we see. Then for other conditions, it's better at least you go like once. If there is nothing that's affecting you, you go to the hospital just to have that regular checkup and see how your body is doing. So it's better to seek for that medical attention every time. Okay, I understand it's expensive, kind of expensive.
That's what I wanted to hint on. But
it's kind of expensive, but you know, we have public hospitals and health centers. Our public health.
But those public health centers are not free.
Yeah, true, but still, anyway, I understand your point, but still, you at least make it a habit at least to visit those healthcare professionals. Like us, we feed every day. You are working, at least save some money just to see how your body is doing. It's very essential, because trust me, it doesn't make sense for you to be working working very hard and then
you die at the end of that day.
At the end of the day, so you haven't benefited. But if you sought for that healthcare advice, you never know. You would have benefited from that money. You would have enjoyed that money that you're
working, you're sweating for day and night.
Sweating for.
Okay. Other than that, I think out of this conversation, I've learned that we should prioritize our health.
Yeah, true.
Health is key. Consistency is very important.
Consistency, yeah.
And yeah, that consistency is so important, and we should take health seriously.
True.
Thank you so much, Dr. Kawiya, for coming through today. Yes. Yeah. So for the young entrepreneurs that have been on today, I urge you to please keep healthy, hydrate, at least take 5 glasses of water a day, have regular meals, don't eat Rolex every day. I'm turning into a Dr. Kasenene, but this is for the best of you, because we don't want you amounting this amount of money, chunks of money, and then you clock 40 and you're dead. Other than that, keep healthy, keep hydrating. It has been the Youth Business Lounge. My name is Samali. We drive your business, Smart 24 TV. Nice time.